Big news dropping in terms of class buffs and nerfs for 11.2, as well as a few other updates here. So let's just dive straight in. Here we go. New holiday mount and toy and cosmetic rewards coming for the Brewfest. We actually saw the mount for this not too long ago when we reviewed all of the 11.2 mounts dropping. So one of these things is not new, but some of these other things are. So let's just jump straight into it. We got some Scotland Forevers. Yeah, look at this. Beautiful Scottish-looking stuff. You got the kilt and everything, the little caves, the little, what's it, beignet? I don't know what the hell they call these things. Beignet? I don't know. Isn't that, beignet is a fucking dessert. I don't know. The freaking little beret, that's what I'm thinking of. So really cool stuff here. Looking, yeah, like something we haven't seen in the game before. If you ever wanted to have a kilt and wow, yeah, you're going to get it now. Also crashing out in the Brewfest brewery hat. Look at this thing. A nice little helm. Looks like a little, what's it called, brewing keg wrapped around your head. It even has the little spigot on the side. Really cool looking stuff. Yeah, the Scotland. Yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. I'm not gonna lie. The Brewfest event's easily becoming one of the best in terms of transmog. What is this? Not really sure too much what this is, but it's a Brewfest toy. Okay. Looks like a balloon, actually. It's a balloon. Yeah, it's got the little tie thing. So it's probably going to work like the balloons did back in the anniversary event. You know, you get a balloon toy, you can carry that around. Pretty cool looking stuff. And then the Brewfest mount. I mean, we've seen this one before. This thing's absolutely glorious. A really badass looking mount with some really cool animations and everything. Yeah, I mean, it shoots Brewfest beer all over everybody. So, I mean, yeah, it's a really cool mount. One that a lot of people may want to get. The Brewfest, like I said, festival's just gotten that much better over the years. Really cool looking stuff. Last chance to earn your Shalho's Sage Serpent. Yeah, the Hoe of Serpents. If you want the green variant, this is, Algalon's mount in green. You just got to do the intro quest line for Miss the Pandaria Classic and get that done. If I ever install that thing, maybe I'll do it, but you only got 2 more days to get this done. It ends on July 30th. So if you really want it, make sure you do the intro quest line. Also, we got a huge quality life improvement here. Look, quality of life improvement. This is kind of sad, actually, and happy at the same time. So, Blizzard's creating a way to better track your fractured sparks of starlight. Okay, if you're a crafter, you know what these are. If you're not a crafter, you probably loot these and throw them away. But anyways, these aren't really trackable. Well, Blizzard created a secondary currency that you will be looting with this currency so you can track the currency. That's right. We now have currencies looted just to track the amount of currencies we have in the game. So yeah, Blizzard's solution to having too many currencies is to add another currency. So Starlight Dust essentially will be looted whenever you get Fractured Sparks. And the thing about Starlight Spark Dust is you can actually track how many you have, right? It's a trackable amount currency, so that's all it is. It's not going to be something you actually use. It's just something meant to track the currencies that you're currently using. Yeah, Tundra, thank you for the sub, man. 32 months, my God, 32 months. Thank you, man. I appreciate that tier 1 and Death Knight of our Scourge. So yeah, this is really good for people who, want to be able to track their fractured sparks of starlight. I just think this whole solution's freaking hilarious, where they added in a currency to track your currency. But there it is. That'll be available in 11.2. Huge buffs to Reshi Wraps. We're going to talk a little bit about buffs and nerfs here in a second. But Reshi Wraps in general just got major buffs. So now we see for DPS, Ethereal Reapings damage has been increased by 152%. Healers, Ethereal Reconstitution, your healing is increased by 152%, and then for tanking, Ethereal Protection, your shield is increased by 200%. Clearly, Blizzard wants Reshi Wraps to really make a difference in terms of what you're doing in the game. They obviously want it to be best in slot for the entirety of the patch, which it will be, and it'll continue to get buffed if it's not. So it's inevitable. There you go, big buffs to that. Now, speaking about buffs and nerfs, we got a ton of changes, buffs and nerfs to classes coming in here. So big stuff. Let's quickly go through this and hit the main points. Here we go. For Druid, Balanced Druid, all damage increase across the board by 8%. Big buff for Balanced Druids. Here we go. Monk, we also see 4-set damage bonus increased here. I guess was 120, now every 100, was 150, now every 120 energy, you'll be popping that off. Also, all damage increased by 5% for Windwalker Monks, so good to see there. For Death Knights, it's not a good story. It's not good at all. Death Knights were at the top of everything right now on the PTR, and that'll no longer be the case. We see undeath damage for Riders of Apocalypse reduced by 20%. Unholies, 4-set, reduced by 25%. Frost, Trollbane's Ice Fury damage, reduced by 30%. Sandlayan, we see 4 seconds instead of 3 seconds now for What is this? A duration of a disease on the main targets? Oh, so that's a good thing. Mana Forged Omega 4 set increases the damage of infliction and sorrow by 35%. Was 50%. Oh, man. The one thing getting buffed on, hey, look at that. Blood Decay. All right, so that's a good thing. Blood Decay. All ability damage being increased by 8%. That's great, because we currently don't do any damage. So a nice little 8% buff there would be great for us. For Frost Decay, we see all ability damage reduced by 3%. Frostbane damage increased by 15%, but this probably hurts more than this helps. We also see a few other things happening here. There's not really good stuff for DK. DK was just pumping really hard. I guess they wanted to reduce it a little bit. So there you go. Frost, everything getting hit pretty hard except Blood. Blood getting a nice little buff there. For Demon Hunter, all damage increased by 8% for Vengeance Demon Hunter, and effectiveness for Fell Blood reduced by 17%. But all damage increase is pretty nice for Vengeance there. Druid, we see all ability damage increased by 8%, and Guardian, all ability damage increased by 12%. This was for Feral. This is for Guardian. So nice stuff here for Druid. We just saw the one up top as well for Druid. So Druid's sitting in a nice spot there, getting some buffs recently. Evoker. Let's see what's happening with Evoker and Augmentation, the long-forgotten class. We see some additional stuff going down here for the 4-set bonus. Good stuff for that. Scale Commander, a few other buffs, their damage and things like that, whatever's going on here. Augmentation here, all damage increased by 5%. Good for Augmentation. I think they need a bit more than 5% to actually become viable again, but I don't know. Blizzard's trying to pull them out of the gutter, but still keep them in the gutter at the same time. So there you go. Augmentation Evoker getting a 5% buff. Devastation, all damage increased by 3%. Pyre damage increased by 20%. And Firestorm damage increased by 20%. So big buffs for Devastation Evoker. So they want you to play Devastation. They want Augmentation, they're not sure what they want to do with it, but definitely Devastation Evoker looking pretty darn good. Let's move on to Hunter here. Hero Towns, Dark Ranger, Beast Mastery Hunter, damage bonus increased by 6%, was 4, and then damage bonus here increased by 30%, was 20. So nice buffs there. Marksmanship, Black Arrow damage reduced by 8%. So Marksmanship has been popular on the PTR. A little bit of a hit there to Black Arrow. That's probably going to hurt a little bit. Pack Hunter, Beast Mastery. I've been hearing good things about it recently. Dire Frenzy attack bonus reduced to 3%, was 4. And their pet bonus reduced to 3%, was 5. Oh, that's a nerf. Stampede damage also reduced by 20%. So, yeah, maybe they didn't want you to play Beast Mastery. It was doing good things, and now it's gotten reduced. So there you go. Sentinel, we see some play here with the 2-set bonuses. 2 reductions to those, so a little bit less on the 2-set bonus there, and a 4-set bonus, and then Beast Mastery again. Killer Instinct has been updated. Now increases your kill command damage a bit more, so that's pretty good, and all damage dealt reduced by 5%. My God. Beast Mastery Hunter's getting the shit beat out of it. What is going on here? They reduced all of their set bonuses, and now all damage dealt reduced by 5%, as well as the reductions I saw up here for pack leaders, so... Yeah, Beast Mastery, I guess it needed a nerf. So there you go. Beast Mastery, Blizzard not liking it. Let's see what's going on here with Mage. Fire Mage, Frostfire Burst increased by 50%. What the hell? Excess Frost now cast Ice Nova, 200% effectiveness, was 150. Damn, they're getting buffed. Ignite bonus increased to 75%. Okay, so I don't understand what the fuck's going on here. And then a little reduction here, but just 5%. Mostly getting buffed. But what I'm not understanding here for Fire is Fire was essentially in second place behind Frost DK for top DPS on the PTR tuning. And then Frost DK gets nerfed into the fucking ground, and Fire Mage gets buffed out the ass? What the hell? So there you go. I mean, Mage, one of the favorites of Blizzard. What can I say? Let's see here. Fire, we got Meteor damage increased by 20%. Ignite damage reduced by 10%. So some play there on the things. Different stuff going on here. Buffs and nerfs, Fire getting a little bit of play here, but overall for Frostfire, Fire. Is Frostfire even the most viable version of Fire right now? Mage is never not meta. I mean, yeah, they always have at least one spec that's doing really well. So, I mean, that's fine. I don't know if Frostfire is the best version of Fire Mage, so maybe I'm overplaying it, being dramatic right now. But just watching Fire get buffed and Frost for DK get nerfed at the same time kind of hurts my soul. Fire, Frostfire, Fire. Yeah, I know, right? Paladin, here we go. The most played class in the game. Herald of the Sun. Fix an issue where Dawn Plate didn't display properly. Okay, 6 stacks. Yeah, that's fine. Holy, Pillar of Light Beacon and Virtue Healing increased by 25%. So there you go. I've been seeing a lot of buffs to Holy Paladin recently, so they really want Holy Paladin to become super ultra viable again. That's good for them. No changes here to Retribution, which is probably the most played of the most played. So there you go for Paladin. For Priest, I want to see Shadow do good, so hopefully these are bonuses here. Mind Blast damage increased by 30%. That's great. Insanity damage increased by 20%. Halo damage increased by 30%. Great stuff. Direct damage here inflicts 40% of their damage, was 35%, so another buff. And then Insidious Ire now increases damage dealt by 10 to 20%, was 20 to 40, so a little bit of a nerf there. But the rest of these, big buffs, and that's what I want to see. I don't play Shadow Priest, but if we're going into the freaking Void and shit right now in this next patch, I think Shadow Priest personally should be good. Just for lore's sake, I think Shadow Priest should have a good time in this next patch. So good to see here. Nice buffs for Shadow Priest. Let's move on to Shaman. We see hero talents. Elemental, Farseer. Ancestral change damage increased by 40%. We got enhancement here. What is this? Another buff to their Omega 4 set. Okay. Fix an issue here with their 2 set and fix another issue here. Okay. Elemental Shaman. Elemental blast damage increased by 25%. Lightning bolt damage increased by 30%. Lava burst increased by 35%. Sorry, this is 35 as well. Frost shock increased by 50%. Earthen Rage damage increased by 35%. Earth Shock increased by 25%. Ice Fury damage increased by 35%. Damn. Elemental Shaman just got buffed like crazy. A lot of buffs here for Elemental Shaman. We also just saw buffs for enhancement. Man, the Shamans are getting love right now. Well, still mediocre. These are really big buffs. What the hell? Elemental Shaman getting buffed. Yeah, this is crazy. These are huge buffs. Shaman started out this expansion really good and then kind of faltered in the last patch a bit after some nerfs. I don't know. I guess they want Shaman to be really good again. Enhancement had its time in the sun during this expansion, and now it looks like, Jesus, Elemental. I mean, man, they really want this shit. I mean, all this stuff is just big buffs to Elemental, except this last one here, but this one right here. But this is enhancement. So damn, man, Shaman getting a lot of love. Blizzard are nuts. Yeah, I mean they are. What are we gonna say? Warlock, Diabloist. Let's see. We see Wicked Cleave damage reduced by 20%. Chaos Cleave. Oh man, reduction. Fellseeker reduced by 20% as well. And then Eye Blast here, damage decreased by 45%. So Diabloist, Demonology, Warlock, not getting the love like Shaman did. Affliction, Unstable Affliction, damage increased by 35%. Summon Dark Glare, damage increased by 35%. And then some other increases here, was 40, now 80 in terms of Malefic Rupture damage. So nice buffs there for Affliction, and nerfs for Demonology. They want you to play Affliction. What can I say? Not looking too good there. Finally, for Warrior, the Untouched, the Unspoken. I feel like Warrior barely has anything ever happen to it, but Arms Warrior. All ability damage increased by 5%, and the Furry Warrior. All damage increased by 5%. Nice there. The Warrior's getting some love. There you go. Just some standard buffs. Standard buffs across the board for Warrior. Looking good there. Overall, I mean, my God, Shaman getting buffed, Death Knight getting nerfed. What else can I say? I mean, this is standard shit. Except Blood Decay. That looks pretty good. That is all in terms of news.